Welcome to Herbal Expeditions, where we explore all things gardening, herbs, and aromatherapy. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We are not going to waste any time tonight because we have a huge subject to dive into. Our topic tonight is hidden dangers at home, safeguard your endocrine system. And we're going to really dive into talking about your endocrine system and phthalates, which are chemicals that are around in different products in your home that may be affecting your health. So as always, let's send out a shout out and a huge thank you to Word on the Street, who is sponsoring our show tonight. We really appreciate them allowing us to bring this vital information to you. My disclaimer, I am not a licensed healthcare professional. Information that you receive here are for educational purposes only, based on my personal experience and training. On this channel, we do not treat, cure, or diagnose. You are strongly encouraged to do your own research on the topics discussed here. As always, you're advised to discuss any new herbal regimen with your doctor, especially if you are pregnant, nursing, or taking any prescription medication. So let's talk about the endocrine system. Just what is it? Well, the endocrine system is a network of glands and organs in the body that produce, store, and release hormones. Think of hormones like chemical messengers that travel through the bloodstream to tissues and organs, controlling many of the body's major processes. Some functions of the endocrine system includes regulating how the body converts food into energy, regulating growth hormones, crucial in the role of reproductive health and sexual functions. Hormones such as estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone are involved in the development of sexual characteristics and reproductive cycles. Also, it is involved with stress responses such as increased heart rate, blood pressure, and energy supply, are all produced from the adrenal glands through the production of cortisol and adrenaline. The endocrine system regulates sleep through the hormone melatonin produced by the pineal gland that helps regulate sleep and wake cycles. The endocrine system also maintains homeostasis in the body. Mood and emotions are regulated within the endocrine system by hormones such as serotonin and dopamine that influence mood and emotional well-being, impacting your mental health. There's things called endocrine disruptors. Endocrine disruptors are chemical substances that can interfere with the endocrine by first mimicking hormones. Endocrine disruptors can imitate the body's natural hormones, manipulating how and or when the body responds. Endocrine disruptors can block hormones. Others may block the effects of hormones from certain receptors, preventing natural hormones from binding. And also, it is altering hormones. It may alter hormone levels. Endocrine disruptors can interfere with the way hormones or their receptors are made, broken down, and transported. For discussion tonight, we will specifically focus on phthalates. And phthalates are a group of chemicals used to enhance durability or extend the life of fragrances. Phthalates are used to make plastics more flexible and durable, are used to increase the shelf life of cosmetics and make the fragrance last longer. Phthalates are also used to keep our products from separating. Now, when I say phthalates, you might say, well, where are these phthalates? I don't know much about them. They can be found in personal care products such as shampoos, soaps, lotions, cosmetics, children's toys. Often, soft plastic toys increase with pliability and durability. So the phthalates allow the pliability and the durability of many soft children's toys. Phthalates can be found in food packaging. Plastic food containers or plastic water bottles are known to have phthalates. Household cleaners and detergents in cleaning products to dissolve other ingredients and improve the fragrance longevity. You know, in our society today, many times we want to make sure that it's smelling good and want it to smell good for extended periods of time. That is really not a natural thing. You think about the things that have natural fragrance, such as an orange or a lemon. You'll peel it, you'll smell it for a while, but then that smell dissipates and you don't smell it as long. And so many times when these products that we buy for cleaning purposes, different soaps or lotion, shampoos, whatever it is, when I think about it, I think about the like washing detergent. You can wash something and you fold it and you put away, and it will have the smell of the dryer sheet or the detergent for an extended period of time. That isn't natural, and they're using chemicals to make this happen. But what we don't realize is that these chemicals are directly impacting our endocrine system. Also, it can be found in electronics, cables and wires. The coatings in electronic devices often have phthalates to provide flexibility and durability. And then automotive interiors are also known to hide phthalates. And these are like our seat covers and dashboards. They use phthalates to improve the softness and the durability. We're going to be talking about some concerns associated with high levels of phthalates, but I thought I would share a video with you where I have produced a product that's kind of like a hand sanitizer. I won't call it a sanitizer because I can't tell you the percentage. Like on hand sanitizer, you'll see a certain percentage of it gets rid of 70% or 80% germs and all of that. I can't tell you a specific percentage, but it is a natural product that does not contain phthalates, where I use some aloe vera gel to make a hand cleaning product. So we're going to watch the video, and then I'll come back and talk about some other concerns associated with the exposure to phthalates. Good evening and welcome to my channel. My name is Shunda and this is Herbal Expeditions 180. As you know, we are talking about lemongrass this week, so I have an aromatherapy recipe that I'd like to share with you. You know, on this channel we talk all things herbs, aromatherapy, and foraging. So tonight we're going to get right into this lemongrass hand gel. And this is an on-the-go hand gel that is good for kind of helping to keep your hands clean when you're on the go. The things that you'll need for tonight's recipe are aloe vera gel, and the Latin name is Aloe barbadensis. We will use lavender, which is the true lavender, lavandula angustifolia. Black spruce will be used, and the Latin name for the black spruce is Pinea mariana. And then we have lemongrass rhodonol. Rhodonol is the chemotype. Lemongrass Latin name is Symbopagum citritus. We will also use, Dispera, which is a soluble, which allows the oils and the aloe vera gel to mix, because aloe vera gel is a water-based substance, and as we know, oil and water don't mix, so this will allow those things to mix. And you will also need a 1 ounce bottle to put your hand gel in. This particular bottle is PET, or PET plastic. I'm going to go ahead and open this up so that it will be waiting to receive the oil. We'll start off with 3 milliliters of our soluble disperant. I have a little beaker here to help me make sure that I get, so as I said, 3 milliliters of the soluble. That's about it. So we'll go ahead and put this in our plastic bottle. There, I'm done with that beaker because the other ingredients are going to go straight into the soluble. So let's talk about lemongrass. Lemongrass is a member of the aldehyde chemical family, and as we know, aldehydes usually have a lemony smell, as this one does, and oftentimes aldehydes are very skin irritant, but this chemotype, the rhodonol, is not skin irritating. It is good for musculoskeletal type issues. So if you have problems with maybe joints, aches or pains with the joints in your hands, this would be very good. It is good for heat, inflammation, pain. We'll go ahead and put this 10 drops of the lemongrass. Our next ingredient will be the black spruce. Black spruce has a very coniferous scent. It's very fresh. I really enjoy the scent of black spruce. It is oftentimes it helps to open up your bronchial passages. But with black spruce, you have to be careful if you're a person who is maybe asthmatic. The funny thing about the conifers are Sometimes it can be irritating to those people who have asthma, so I would recommend that you do a small test in a way to kind of test it, instead of getting the whole bottle and smelling it. Maybe you can just pass the top by, and if you feel any tightening of the chest, then this may not be a good option for you if you are a person with bronchial type ailments. This is an analgesic. It is also anti-inflammatory. It is high in alpha-pinene, and as we know, alpha-pinene are really good for pain. We're going to use 4 drops of the black spruce. And last but not least, we have lavender, lavandula angustifolia. This will require 4 drops. Lavender is a top note. It is, let's see, a member of the monoterphenol, and it's like a monoterpene plus alcohol in that particular plant family. This is an antiviral. It is also an anti-inflammatory. And if you notice, there's kind of a thing going on because each of these are anti-inflammatory, so it would be really good for any musculoskeletal problems that you may be having. You can't talk tonight with your hands, but this requires 4 drops. There have been a total of 18 drops that we put. There was 10 drops of the lemongrass and 4 each of the black spruce and the lavender. The fact that we're going to be using a 1 ounce total, and we have 18 drops, tells me that this particular recipe is at a 3% dilution. This recipe would not be recommended for children under the age of 10, because typically if children are under the age of 10, when you're using essential oils, we don't recommend that you go beyond the 1% dilution. I'm going to go ahead and get my aloe vera gel, and wonder if my hand is done. I may need to get a funnel. Somehow I thought I was prepared, but I didn't have my little funnel, and I didn't want to make a mess all over my surface, so I decided to go and get a funnel. There's a little air bubble at the top. We're going to need 1 ounce of this aloe vera gel. I fill it up just about to the neck of the bottle. Let's close this up so I don't make a spill. Move this to the side. We're going to go ahead and put the top on. Give it a gentle shake to help mix the essential oils and the soluble throughout the bottle. You never can tell what you're going to react or how you're going to react, so what I would recommend is that you do a small patch test on your forearm to make sure that you don't have an allergic reaction to the substance. Just a drop. A little goes a long way with this. It smells really very, very nice. Because it is a water-based, it will absorb in my skin fairly quickly. The other thing that I'd like to say about this is because this is a water-based product, it will last about 1 to 2 weeks. You can put it in the refrigerator if you'd like to help preserve it, but use it in about 1 to 2 weeks so that it doesn't start to grow mold or bacteria, because it is water-based, and as we know, bacteria will start to grow in water after a while. It's very nice, light fragrance, and this will keep your hands clean on the go. I hope you enjoyed. Leave me some comments down. Let me know which is your favorite oil of the ones that we use, the lemongrass, the lavender, or the black spruce. I think the black spruce does it for me. I'm a girl who really likes the conifers because they're just so fresh. All right, so there you saw me making that hand gel, which was a very, very refreshing smell. And as I said, it is a water-based product, so that lets us know that there's something that won't last a whole long time. And that's the thing about phthalates. Usually they put phthalates in products that are not well, makes them unnatural so that they can extend the shelf life. So it's a trade-off. If you choose not to go the route of having phthalates, then just understand that you might not have the shelf life or the pronounced fragrance that you're used to. But back to our subject. We were about to go into some concerns associated with high levels of phthalate exposure. The first is reproductive health effects. Exposure to phthalates has been linked to reduced sperm count and motility in men, as well as hormonal imbalances and potential reproductive system effects in women. Other concerns are developmental issues. Prenatal exposure to phthalates has been associated with developmental issues in children, such as altered neurodevelopment and behavioral problems. So, when you hear that neuro, that is dealing with the nerves. So, prenatal exposure, that can have that effect. Additionally, respiratory issues or problems. Phthalates can exacerbate asthma and other respiratory conditions. Exposure can occur through inhalation of phthalate particles or vapors from products like vinyl flooring and plastic shower curtains. Have you ever noticed there are some products when you first open them up, there's like a real strong chemical fragrance, and you smell that and you're like, whoa, that's really strong. Whenever that happens, make sure that you have a very well ventilated area. You open the door, window, whatever, so that you can get some fresh air circulating to get rid of those strong smells. Obesity and metabolic disorders. Some studies suggest a correlation between phthalate exposure and increased risk of obesity and insulin resistance, potentially leading to metabolic syndrome. And lastly, cancer risk. Certain phthalates, such as DEHP, are classified by some health organizations as possible carcinogens based on animal studies. Some key terms that you want to look for when you're purchasing products to determine whether or not they have phthalates are fragrance. When you see the word fragrance on a product, this can include phthalates that are commonly used to make scents last longer in products. DBH, or dibutyl phthalate, it is used in nail polishes and other personal care products to prevent chipping. DEP, diethyl phthalate, often found in personal care products and fragrances. BBP, benzoyl butyl phthalate, used in vinyl floor tiles, adhesives, and sealants. DMP, dimethyl phthalate, it is found in insect repellents and some plastics. And DINP, disonomal phthalates, and that is used in plastic toys and materials. Here are a few ways that you can reduce your exposure to phthalates. Choose phthalate-free products. Check the labels. Even when it says phthalate-free, still read the label to see if there's some listed, because in some cases I've purchased products just by looking at the big print and it says phthalate-free, and then when I look at it, it really isn't. Use natural or organic products. These products often use alternative ingredients to phthalates. Avoid vinyl products such as shower curtains, flooring, and some children's toys. Opt instead for materials like fabric, wood, or natural rubbers, like latex is a natural rubber. Read labels and avoid fragrance. When you see fragrance, use fragrance-free products or those that list natural essential oils instead of generic fragrance perfume. And even when I see something that has natural essential oils, my antenna still really goes up, because being an aromatherapist, one of the things that I know is that all essential oils are not created equal. So you want to make sure that you're getting a reputable product that has that uses good, clean ingredients. Do some research on the companies that you buy, especially in those products that you frequently buy, that they're always on your shopping list. Whenever you run out, you know that you're going to go out and get it again. You want to research those products. Opt for glass or stainless steel. When storing food or beverages, use glass or stainless steel containers instead of plastic. Phthalates can leach from plastic into your food, especially when it's heated. Even when you purchase takeout, if you purchase takeout, get that food out of those containers as quickly as you possibly can. And for goodness sakes, please don't heat your food up in plastic containers, because when it heats up, that those phthalates, that leaches into your food and then essentially gets into your system. Make sure that your home is well ventilated. Ensure good ventilation when using products that may emit phthalates, such as paints, solvents, or new vinyl flooring. Reduce the use of air fresheners. Many air fresheners contain phthalates. Consider using natural air freshening methods like essential oil diffusers or natural potpourri. I have some really fantastic blends that I put together to go inside my My diffuser, I have a diffuser right on the side of my bed that I use most nights because it really helps me with my breathing, because I have sometimes have problems with allergies and sinus. And so I have diffusers in, let's see, 4 rooms of my house. So that is kind of what I use. But I also know how to make natural sprays, because I've made like sprays for my friends, linen sprays and things like that to help them with sleep. So really make sure that you're getting a high quality air freshener that is made with natural products. Avoid heating plastic containers. Do not microwave food in plastic containers or wash them in the dishwasher. Heat can cause phthalates to leach into food. So if you have plastic containers, don't put them in a dishwasher, and avoid using them in a microwave. And then last but not least, stay informed. Stay updated on studies and reports about phthalates and their alternatives. Regulations and recommendations can change as new information becomes available. This is something that is still fairly new, especially from the consumer side of it. These big companies have been knowing for many years about these chemicals and what happens, or what they're exposing the consumer to. But on our side of it as consumers, it hasn't been long that information has been available. So we're always learning new things. So stay up to date, because that is one way to keep healthy. There are some databases that are used to learn more about products that you're using. One of those is ewg.org. That is ewg.org. Another is thinkdirtyapp.com. Thinkdirtyapp.com. And then the last one is madesafe.org. There is just so much to learn about endocrine disruptors. Initially, I had the idea that I wanted to do a show on this, and I was really very much overwhelmed when I saw the amount of information that is available on this subject. There are just so many different ways where you can go into really deep dives and studies. But as I always say, I encourage you to do your own research, especially if you find that you're having some difficulties with health concerns related to your endocrine system. Start looking at some of the products that you're spraying in the air of your home, or that you're putting on your skin, because our skin is our largest organ, and anything that we put on our skin goes directly into our bloodstream. So you want to be really careful with your lotions, your soaps, shampoos, and things of that nature, because that gets right into your system. I really hope that you have enjoyed the show tonight. It has really stretched me to do this study, and I'm really very interested in studying this subject a little bit further. If you have enjoyed tonight's show, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know that you enjoyed the show, or something that you're interested in knowing more about. If you'd like to see me produce some videos on some home products that you can make in your own home very inexpensively, to avoid some of the commercial products, I would be happy to do that. Just leave me a comment and let me know. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, and I look forward to seeing you next week on Thursday at 7 p.m.